Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share some more dressing rules I think everyone should learn, except today we're going to focus specifically on fall or autumn dressing. And like always, in any case that I do these types of videos, when I say rules, I don't mean you must follow these things, or I don't think you'll ever be stylish, or I am the premier expert on dressing, but rather I use that as a way to help convey information that's been really helpful for me in order to allow me to feel my absolute best and keep things in mind to build a closet sustainably and well-rounded so that I can enjoy it for many years to come. So let's get started. First up is that one pair of high quality boots can last you for years and years and years, and if chosen correctly can be really versatile and practical as well as stylish for your fall and winter wardrobe. I did an entire video all about boots and how you can go about choosing the best pair. I will link it here for you. But essentially, there are a couple things you should keep in mind with respect to the construction and the material and the overall styling in order to ensure that you're choosing something that will not only last a really long time, but also go with a lot of things in your wardrobe. So you really get the biggest bang for your buck. And I find that that's a really good way to shop because you're not wasting money. You're ultimately not needing to replenish things every couple years or every year in some instances, and you're able to really buy things that will enhance your style and be really practical for the long haul. Similarly, and something else that I just did a video on, is that your shoes can completely change your entire outfit. This is something that we hear a lot and something that we're familiar with and we kind of know. It's a pretty common fashion style hack, but very few of us, I find, actually implement that enough. And I have recently started to challenge myself with really being conscious about the shoes that I'm choosing. And it makes such a big difference. By changing out your footwear, you completely change the vibe of your entire outfit. So if you have a smaller wardrobe like I do, or you're working towards a minimized closet, and you want things that are going to be functional and practical, but you also get bored really easily, try playing around with your shoes, because I think that just by changing out those, you can put new life into your favorite combinations. Next is that just one trend can make a huge difference in your overall wardrobe and personal style expression. So as you know, I really try to focus on classic pieces and building a timeless wardrobe. I think that it's a really good place to start for your personal style journey because it ensures that you have a base that's functional and practical and actually serves your life, and a base that you won't grow tired of in a year or 2 years. So that ultimately diminishes the waste that you have. And I think that's always a good thing. Now, that said, I've recently gotten to a point where I have a really good foundation, so I've been experimenting more with trends and expanding my color palette a little bit. So I really recommend that for you as well, because from the few that I've added to my wardrobe for fall, it's been able to change up my entire closet. So everything that I've been wearing for a couple years, or things that are really classic, feel totally fresh. So I really recommend spending time on that for yourself as well, especially around fall, because we have the best fall trends usually, and you can find something that speaks to you and then can ultimately become part of your personal style that you can wear every fall moving forward. When many of us think of fall, we probably think of the luxurious fibers that come along with that, so things like wool and cashmere and silk, and those are so wonderful to have in your wardrobe. But if you're anything like me, when I first started my wardrobe journey, I avoided buying those because I thought I'm gonna have to dry clean them, and that's not only inconvenient but also really expensive. Well, I'm here to tell you that you do not need to go to the dry cleaners, and instead you can take care of all of those things at home by yourself. That's what I do, and since I learned that, it has been a total game changer for my wardrobe. I don't shy away from those materials, and instead I'm able to really care for them in a way that makes them last. So I will link my video here for you all about how you can do that yourself, but spend time watching my video, then a couple other videos, and then experiment maybe if you're really scared on a thrifted piece. So maybe thrifted cashmere, or thrifted wool, or thrifted silk, and that's a good way to kind of to test it out, make sure you don't ruin something that was a hefty investment, and you're still able to find something that can really change the game for you and allow you to care for those fibers from the comfort of your own home, which I find incredibly liberating. My next dressing rule that I think everyone should learn is that color makes a bigger impact than almost anything else in your personal style. This is something that I've been learning as I've been going on this journey myself, and it's something I've been implementing more recently, and I have been so happy with the results. So when many of us think of fall and winter, we think of the traditional warm-toned colors, things like orange and brown and black, and I think that those are really great colors. I personally really love black. I have a lot of black, as you can see in my own wardrobe, and it's a color that I really, really like. But I've been really trying to play around with new colors in my color palette and not be so intimidated by expanding that and inviting a couple into it in order to really play into different seasons and different moods and give an entirely different effect to my overall personal style. So I think this is also really helpful if you live somewhere that's really hot or somewhere that stays really warm for the entire year, but you still want to participate in the trends. You can find things that are lightweight in material, really breathable and really comfortable, but in a beautiful fall color. And that will give you enough of a feeling for the season, so you won't feel like you're missing out, but you also won't sacrifice your comfort. And then I also think that this is a beautiful time to not go to the traditional route of darker colors for the fall and instead lighten up your color palette. So I've been doing that myself and I love the results. It's been really good for me because it's practical for where I live. So of course, if you live in a city or you're going to be out in mud and kind of weather, then this probably wouldn't be the best for you. And instead, I would recommend maybe a lighter accessory. But still, play with color. Have fun with it and experiment with it. And you never know the types of combinations that you might fall completely in love with unless you try. And my last dressing rule that I think everyone should learn for fall is to trust your instincts. This is something that I've been really starting to do more myself, and it's been incredibly liberating, so I wanted to include it in this video because I think so many of us, when we're getting dressed, we think of all of the rules that we've learned, all the videos like this that you've watched, all the articles that you've read, all of the cute outfits that you've seen on other people, and then of course all of the trends. And all of those things can play into us doubting what we truly love. So when we get dressed and we look at ourselves in the mirror, instead of saying, oh, I love this, this is great, my instincts are telling me this feels right, we start thinking, is this on trend? Is this color good? Is someone else gonna like this outfit? And so I really am here to encourage you to quiet those voices and instead focus on what you truly love. If that's not on trend, that doesn't matter. And I think it's so important for personal style to really figure out what makes you feel the most authentically you, and then lean into that and have fun with that. Because my dream, like I've said before in past videos, is that we will get to a point where personal style is such a form of self-expression that no one questions what someone else has chosen to wear and instead celebrates that as their own unique individuality that I think we should always highlight. And there you have it. Those are some more dressing rules I think everyone should learn, but specifically for fall. I hope that you liked this and it gave you some things to incorporate into your own personal style journey. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.